New Japan Pro Wrestling's Declaration of Power 2022 just took place this morning. We got tons of this reactions, results, reviews, what we think about what's going on. If this is your first time checking us out, we appreciate it. Let us introduce ourselves. We are the almighty SOS Wrestling Network. Please be sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The price of subscription is free $99. If you already have checked this out, you know who I am. I am the Press Fly God. I am Stardust Yaku. I am Blunt Naito. I am El Toro Negro right here representing SOS Wrestling Network. Like I said, of course, we got the NJPW Declaration of Power 2022 show. We got a couple title matches on the show. We got some big match implications on the show. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this right here. So we're in Ryogoku. We had an attendance of 4,059 right here at this show. So first match on the show, we had Brenda Reedus' comeback match, his comeback match to New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's been gone for, I feel, about maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years right here. So he's making his return back to the home island. So we got Narita, Robbie Eagles, David Finlay taking on the team of Doki, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and El Desperado from Suzuki-Gun, Narita got the victory for his team with the Narita special around 7 minutes and 28 seconds. Thought that was a nice look. Narita looks like Shibata reborn. It's just incredible right here. He looks damn good. So what I kind of envision for these guys coming up, I think for Narita, him coming back, he needs to fight anyone and everyone as possible. Maybe getting a chance to jockey around the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title right here. So that's maybe what I'll look for as far as Narita here in the immediate future, not too distant future, the interim future, if you will. Robbie Eagles, to me, he needs a tag partner for Super Junior Tag League, because it's kind of interesting if he'll reunite with Tiger Mask 4 or not to form the Flying Tigers. It's kind of weird because Tiger Mask has been over in All Japan, or he could actually form a team with Yo, who just got betrayed from Basho last year, so that would be interesting. We all know David Finlay had a team with Finn Juice. They won the World Tag League. They won the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles. He's going to need a tag team partner right here. I kind of would love to see Finlay team with either Hikuleo or Tama Tonga, to be honest, depending on what happens in the main event, because if you don't know Tangaloa, he underwent surgery for his MCL, and he's going to be out for the remainder of the year, so there's going to be no Gorillas of Destiny reunion until 2023, if we're going to have it then. So, and then as far as El Desperado, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Doki, I'm guessing that Despi and Kanemaru will most likely continue their Super Junior tag run, or you could have, I want to throw this, my hat in the dark right here. You could have Kanemaru and Doki go out there, because I figure Despi at this point is pretty much the junior heavyweight ace of Suzuki-Gun. So why don't you have Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Doki go at the junior tag league and try to get those tag straps right here. So the next match right here, we have the Dangerous Tekkers, of course, that being Taichi, Zack Sabre Jr., taking on and defeating TMDK, the Mighty Don't Kneel. We got the victory with Zack Penn and Tito with the European clutch around 9 minutes and 58 seconds right here. I enjoyed this match right here. So we kind of got like a little bit of sportsmanship in this match. I thought that was a nice touch. I'm a fan of sportsmanship, if you ask me. So looks like, and what we got next for these guys, maybe before the World Tag League, we're going to have Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. They're going to have their handful of historic X-Over matches with Taichi tagging with Tam Nakano, Nasapoi, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru, taking on El Desperado, Doki, Starlight Kid, and Momo Watanabe. They're probably going to be in a World Tag League conversation, so that's something to keep our eye on. Also, commentary, they teased the return of Mikey Nichols back over here in New Japan Pro Wrestling, so that will see the reforming of his tag team with Shane Haste in the Mighty Don't Kneel right here, and they can cause all sorts of trouble over here in the World Tag League, including with Bad Dude Tito and Jonah themselves. So, moving on up the card, we got the Hontai team of Hiroshi Tanahashi, Hikuleo, and Ryusuke Taguchi taking on the House of Torture and defeating the House of Torture. Evil, Sho, Yujiro Takahashi around 7 minutes and 14 seconds. We get Taguchi getting the victory over Sho after a chokeslam from Hikuleo right here. So this is pretty much a spurn of Kushida being pulled from these events from a long-term illness right here. We actually get the rebirth to Taguchi Japan. They say we're going to get back to Taguchi Japan is what Tanahashi and what Taguchi said. So maybe we'll start getting some more jerseys. I'll look out, for what's going to happen right here. So in the intermediate future, we're going to have Hikuleo challenging Carl Anderson for the Never Openweight title at Battle Autumn. on November 5th in Osaka. We got the never openweight tag team titles pretty much being contested right here. So I'm guessing the House of Torture is probably going to defend those here pretty soon. We just got to pretty much figure out when that's going to be. So yes, it's all about when that's happening, guys. So then we have a special tag match. We have United Empire's Jeff Cobb and the Great O'Khan with Lord Gideon Gray taking on Bishamon, which being Hiroki Goto, and Yoshihashi in about 10 minutes and 9 seconds. Jeff Cobb put Yoshihashi away with the tour out of the islands. This is pretty much a de facto number one contenders match for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles, which are currently held by FTR, as we all know. So we get United Empire after this match pretty much calling her shot and calling out FTR. So this is pretty much when we're going to get those guys, that being the champions, FTR, over in New Japan. They've defended them over in England, yet to come over here in Japan. So FTR, get your asses over here so we can see y'all in Japan and attempt to defend these belts. Will y'all be in World Tag League? I don't see why the hell not. Tony Khan ain't really booking y'all, so y'all might as well come over to World Tag League right here. So, like I said, I'm looking for O'Khan. I'm looking for Cobb to get a revenge on FTR in the interim. Bishamon's probably going to have to fight their way through the World Tag League, so they're not stuck at the back of the pack right here. So that's what we're going to get, in my opinion. Next, we have LIJ, Los Ingobernables de Japon's Tetsuya Naito, Sonata, Bushi, and Hiromu Takahashi taking on United Empire's Will Osprey, IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion, Aaron Henare, TJP, and Francesco Akira, the reigning IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. They got the victory around 8:07. Bushi pinning Francesco Akira after an MX. This was a chaotic match. But the crux of this match is we have a returning Teton from CMLL staking his claim, throwing his name in the hat of the Los Ingobernables de Japón stable. He comes out, he aids LIJ for the victory. They kind of played it off to where they weren't sure if LIJ expected this or not. It's kind of weird. So the LIJ is kind of like, okay, they're kind of put off by it. So they accepted Teton into the group. They gave the fist bump. And it looks like next we're going to get, of course, as far, you already know, at the Battle Autumn show, we're getting Naito versus Osprey for that IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship match. Bushi and Hiromu Takahashi, they're supposed to be at the forefront, but if you watch the post-match interview, we're going to get Bushi and Teton likely challenging the United Empire's Francesco Akira, and TJP for those belts. Sonata and Henare, they got a little unfinished business with themselves. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. And we got a new member of LIJ for the first time in almost, I believe, 4 years, a new LIJ member. So, shout out to Teton. If you're familiar with him, with this Junior Tag League and his CMLL Fantastica Mania stuff, we won't be disappointed. So, during the intermission, we get a little bit of news here. We get news that New Japan Pro Wrestling, TVSI, company I can't stand, that's for a whole nother reason, we all will talk about that, and New Japan World, they've come up with the concept of the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television title. So they introduced pretty much the stipulations for this. The tournament's going to, I think, start here pretty soon. I think they said it in the week, and it's going to culminate at Wrestle Kingdom, so that's a good shout. It's going to be a 15-minute time limit, so that's very good. I think that's pretty much a callback to back in the day, the NWA/WCW TV title. They always had a 15-minute time limit on the TV shows, and it kind of keeps the heel champion, whenever they have the belt, keeps them retaining their belt until they eventually drop the belt to the face champion, but that is what it is. As far as the belt design, man, bro, if you want an in-depth belt review, I say go out and check out Hazard F5 or Wix belts, but I could put a belt video up here. But in fear of TVSI and New Japan Pro Wrestling World copyrighting your boy as they have in the past, I won't go with an in-depth belt review. Let me just tell you that belt is fucking hot garbage. It sucks. I don't like the design. It's very WWE-esque to where how lazy New Japan and whoever the belt designer was. I'm just not a huge fan of that belt. I probably would have a small thumbnail of the belt or a small picture of the belt in the thumbnail here. I'm just not a huge fan of this belt. I think they could have done more with this, but that is what it is. Moving on up the card, special non-title singles match. We got Master Wato defeating Taiji Ishimori with the Ricemente 2 around 14 minutes and 40 seconds right here. So after this match, we get a lot of junior heavyweight pandemonium, man. We got a lot of people trying to proclaim a challenge for the belt right here. We get Hiromu Takahashi coming out. We get El Desperado coming out. These guys want to crack that belt. It looks like we're going to get a four-way match at some point between all four of these gentlemen. So Like I said, Taiji Ishimori, he's going to have to challenge against all three of these guys. It is what it is. The next, moving on up the card, we have King of Pro Wrestling's with 2022 Who's Your Daddy match. Shingo Takagi taking on defeating El Phantasmo with a grounded octopus hold around 16 minutes and 1 second right here. I didn't really know what to make of this match. I just kind of think this match was a machine to move t-shirts, even though commentary was insistent that it wasn't. We get ELP conceding that Shingo is his daddy right here. They give a hug, they take a picture, but after the hug, of course, ELP is going to hit Shingo in the nuts because he's still got to maintain that heeldom about him. He's got to gain his heat back a little bit. So it's going to be interesting. With the addition of Titan and LIJ, it makes you wonder if Shingo Takagi could be possibly tagging with Naito, Sonata, or Rumble Takahashi, especially after Rumble's 2020 New Japan Cup. So it's kind of interesting. With G1, El Phantasmo stressed that he wants to go heavyweight. We'll have to see if he sticks around when the World Tag League comes back. With Chris Bay, Ace Austin, Ishimori and Sho as potential Super Junior Tag Team combinations, and the former World Tag League winner Juice Robinson without a partner, we could possibly get Juice Robinson and ELP in the World Tag League right here. So then we come to the penultimate match of this show. We got the Kazuchika Okada. We got Kazuchika Okada taking on defeating Jonah, beating him with a Rainmaker around 19 minutes and 53 seconds right here. This made Jonah seem extremely dominant. His run over here on the island of New Japan, in Japan, Jonah's done incredible work right here, and he's continued this to be a beast, a kaiju, if you will, and he proved that here in this match. It took so much from him for Okada to defeat him finally. Finally was able to put him away after a landslide and a Rainmaker right here. We all know what's next for Kazuchika Okada. He's awaiting the winner of the main event we got tonight at Wrestle Kingdom 17. If in World Tag League action, I don't know if they're going to keep him out of the World Tag League this year, because they've been kind of doing that the last couple years with the briefcase winner and the champion, which I don't really mind. It makes sense to keep them out of that. But if he does, it wouldn't be too bad to see him team up with Tomohiro Ishii. That could be a nice team to see what they do in the World Tag League. So in Jonah, we all know he's going to regroup with the Mighty Don't Kneel and put the band back together for the World Tag League. I think he and Bad Dude Tito will probably team up for this tournament. Bad Dude Tito, he's turned me into a fan in the short time that I've seen him. So now for the main event, IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Jay White taking on defeating Tama Tonga, getting the victory with the Blade Runner. 31 minutes and 7 seconds right here. This was a special main event. Two foreign wrestlers that were taught in New Japan Dojo. These guys went balls to the wall right here. Tama Tonga, man, this dude is just leveled up so immensely right here. He's had one of the best years of his wrestling career, if it's not his best year, especially singles-wise right here, man. We got to take our hat off to Tama Tonga, what he's done in his 2021-2022 campaign. He's done great work right here. So, but it was all for naught. We get Jay White taking on and getting the victory right here, retaining his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. And honestly, what's next right here? I think Tama Tonga is going to regroup with the Hontai team. And maybe, I don't know, it depends on what's happens at that autumn autumn show, the autumn battle autumn show with Hikuleo and Carl Anderson. It kind of depends on what happens there, but you would likely think if Hikuleo's unsuccessful, that Tama Tonga would probably be the one to stake his name in it for that challenge right here. So after this, I think Declaration of Power felt like a solid autumn tour stop, if you ask me. However, I really enjoyed this match or the show, and there were some surprises along the way. I didn't really find any of the outcome surprising. I think they all felt logical, if you ask me. With the tag leagues on the horizon in mid-November, we'll have to see what changes are brought in the coming weeks with the changing of the fall colors here. So with resources available, it'll be my hope that moving forward, of the promo videos that we're going to get on New Japan World or with either the YouTube channels, you're going to have voiceovers and you're going to have subtitles. So go ahead and check those out if you can, whenever you can get to them. Thank you for checking this show out. We're the almighty SOS Wrestling Network. Please be sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. The price of subscription, as we all know, is free fucking $99. Shout out to you, been rocking with us a long way and a strong way. Shout out to you if you're a new fan, man. You're just checking us out for the first time. So it is what it is. I'm the Pro Wrestling Fly Guide. I am Stardust Shiyaku. I am signing off. Peace.